Sup everyone, XQW Wilo WA280s here, and I want to thank you guys first of all for reaching 100 subscribers. Really appreciate it, so thank you all very much. Seems like we have reached that number since Saturday. As we get to the race here, we're starting this race in P2, and in P3 we have Biatron. So racing in the Manufacturer Series at Autodrome Maggiore West. And I'm very surprised with that second position, because I thought we would struggle here with Alpha. There are 2 large straights, which I thought we would struggle on more, but seems like it's still quite alright. Also no slipstream in the lap, so yeah, very happy to start this race in second. And let's hope we can keep it up during the race. Yena Sabo starting in P19, and we have Sensei in P20 to round out the grid. So let's get this race underway. As we can see in front of us, we have the VW of BSG27. So very crucial to stay close with this car. We know how quick the FF cars are, especially onto the straights, so let's hope we can keep behind him. A little side from Biatron behind us, and that managed to open up the gap towards third position for us. But as you can already see, we're almost dropped out of the slipstream already. Yeah, seems like he has dropped us already, so that's very early, and also not what we wanted to happen, because we know how quick the VW is onto the straights. So you can see behind us a battle for third position, the Ferrari going through, but the Porsche just taking the apex again, and up to P3 it goes once again. So big battle behind us. Just look how much the VW has gained onto the 2 straights already. But his car will be dropping off towards the end of the stint, we expect. So now it's we have to stay as close as we can. With the Alpha we are always struggling into the beginning of the stints, but the car is always a little better towards the end once the fuel is a bit lower and also the tire wear kicks in. We seem to have an advantage with tire wear on this car. So right now we're a bit in no man's land, because P1 has run away and P3 has we have a small distance towards P3, so that's just what we want to see. Or yeah, we would like to be a bit closer towards P1 of course, but seems like we are pretty safe for our second position for now. But now we have the long straights and no slipstream, so they will be very dangerous for the other cars to catch us once again. Seems like the Ferrari has come very close if we look back, and just a small mistake just when we didn't need it, and look how close we are already. But yeah, I think it would be inevitable that they would catch us back to the slipstream at one point or another. So yeah, there they are. Let's try to defend and hope to get rid of them into the fast scorers. So hopefully we can manage to put a gap on them so that they are back out of the slipstream, hopefully. So really a good section for the Alpha, this third sector. Seems like we have managed to pull away a little bit, but not enough, definitely not enough. So we just break a bit late, but still alright. So back again to the long straight. Can we hold our second position now? I think it will be very difficult. So there they are, and they also has slipstream and a faster car to the straight, so yeah, inevitable as you can see. So Ferrari taking P2 from us. as he gets a slight bump from the Porsche from Beatron. Seems like Beatron's got a penalty for it. So definitely very frustrating for him. So yeah, not much happened, but still a 1 second penalty for him. We can see P1 has pulled away quite a bit. But we still want to keep our opportunity to win this race, hopefully. Just don't know if his tires will start to wear out or something like that. So we want to stay as close as possible. So it seems like we're right into the Ferrari sandwich right now. Yeah, you can see the other Ferrari also very quick into the straight. So you can see the Porsche already serving his penalty as well. So yeah, we're not going to fight too much with the Ferrari and just, yeah, he had to overtake us anyway, and we have to, we want to let him stay as close as possible towards second position, so that we don't lose him out of our sight. So back to fourth. So that's a bit the disadvantage of the Alpha. If there's a car behind you into the slipstream, you are just sure that he's going to overtake you if there's a long straight onto the track. So yeah, now our purpose is to stay as close as possible towards the two Ferraris. Don't think they're that much faster than us, but it's mostly their straight line advantage that that gave them the position, the track position over us. But we're still into the fight for the podium positions. As I already told, the Alpha has probably an advantage later in the race, so just have to bide our time now a bit, burn our fuel off. So you can see the Ferrari going to the move onto the other Ferrari, to the inside he goes, and up to the second position for the Spaniard. So let's see if he can maybe try and catch the Volkswagen in front. So what we're trying to do right now is burn as much fuel as possible, and also don't put too much pressure onto our tires into the corners, so that the tire wear just remains a bit lower. Seems like a big gap behind us as well. And on to lap 6 we go. And also important to mention is that we don't have to stop in this race, and also fuel is not an issue, so just pushing straight to the end of the race. So you can see Spartano back to P2, another move through the inside, same corner as the Spaniard made to move on to the Italian. So let's hope they both don't fight too much, because that will lose us some time. We don't want some more guys from the back to catch us up. Seems like everything is still working well here in this 2 Ferrari group. Yeah, there's not much purpose in us for making overtakes, because we just hold the others up. So we can see the Spaniard going for a move onto the Italian once again. The Italian having none of it and diving back through the inside. So we're going to go for an overtake onto the Spaniard. So it seemed like the Italian just kept his nose in and just a bit of contact between the two. He just left the hole for the Spaniard to go, but it looks like he wants to bump us towards the back of Spartano. Could maybe a good good decision, because our car is quicker onto the corners. So that just gets us the opportunity to get back to the safety of the Italian. So we're going to defend a bit. It just gives us a push this back, but we really wanted to get ahead into this third section, because we know how quick our car is there, and that will just help us to catch back up towards the Italian in front of us. We really don't want him to run away from us, so the small bumps help to get back towards the back of him. So it seems like you have made a small gap back up, and we're right into the safety. With a bit of help from the Spaniard, of course, wearing good then. Seems like he has dropped away a little bit from us. So yeah, that just shows you how quick our car is towards the third sector. And also the first were a bit quicker, I think, than the others. So once again, trying to defend here to stay in third, to be quicker in this section than the Ferrari. Looks like the leader is already very far away. So it seems like he's absolutely running away with this race. So back to the same position on this long straight, and can the Ferrari behind us catch us here? Seems like just not enough. Luckily we have the slipstream, because otherwise it would be very easy for him. But also positioning ourselves into third position helps us to not let both Ferraris battle too much, and so that we can gain some more time onto the cars behind. But looks like he's going for a move right now. Ferrari. So yeah, by staying into third position, we avoided having both of them battle and losing ourselves time. So that was also a bit of an advantage for us to get myself up to third position. It looks like the Spaniard is really closing up right now towards the Italian. Also a very nice track to race on, this Lago Maggiore West. Very good for overtaking. And yeah, almost as good as the GP track, the bigger track. So yeah, like both variations. They are the two best combinations of this track, I would say. So will the Ferrari go for a move here? Seems like he just decides to stay behind him. Still 8 more laps to go right now, so still a long distance to cover in this race. Seems like the Spaniard is now properly into the safety of the Italian. Seems like he's trying to go for a move on the inside of the Italian. Can he make it stick through the inside? Side by side they're going, and seems like he just managed to get the position from the other Ferrari. So back up to P2 for Gr.4. Seems like the cars behind us have also closed back up, so that's not quite what we want to see. So that's Beatran, the Porsche from earlier, who got a penalty from touching the back of one of the Ferraris, I believe. So it seems like he is back into the game, or onto the game for second place at least. So crucial to stay very close. So you can see Beatran right behind us right now. And yeah, we know what will happen right now if we have a car behind us into the straight. Just like a bit of top speed, so we're going to let him go because yeah, he would have us anyway, so that we don't lose track onto the two cars in front of us. So we don't want to be battling too much for 4th position, because otherwise we would lose too much time towards P2 and P3, and they might be already gone up the road by then. So that's why we don't want to battle too much for these positions. So just right now, trying to take good care of our tires. It looks like we have already in 6th place the Italian, a bit farther behind. So that might still be an at risk for us, for that he still close up towards the back of us. So definitely not over this race, and we know how difficult it is for us to make moves. So we just don't want to see any more cars approaching the back of us. Let's hope the cars in front don't start battling too much. But yeah, we're approaching a bit final laps of the race, so it will be quite inevitable for them to start finally, I think. Yeah, I think P1 also has gone up the road, so I don't think we'll quite be able to go for the win, especially because we still will have to fight for P2 in this group, of course. So yeah, I think if we might have been able to keep up with VW the first couple of laps, it would have been a possibility to might go for a move on to the final laps. We can see Spartano going back to the inside of Gr.4, and he immediately loses 2 positions out of that. So you can just see how much an overtaking cost you. As Gr.4 and Beatron are both fighting, it seems like Ferrari managed to get position. He just decided to back out luckily because Beatron went back to the racing line. So luckily we didn't decide to go to try and stick around the outside. But yeah, not much we could have done around the outside there anyway, because next corner was to the outside, and I doubt that you can make an overtake happen there. So but yeah, you can see just the fighting starting to intensify in this group. Side by side between the both Ferraris, and the Spaniard gets back to 2nd position. So 2 good overtakes for him, but yeah, he's once again vulnerable to the long straight here. And we're just having a nice view of this great battle unfolding in front of us. So side by side between the Italian and the Spaniard. Will the Italian hold it around the outside? No, it seems like the Spaniard once again, he once again managed to keep 2nd place. And it seems like a strange penalty for the Porsche. Don't know what he has done wrong there. So quite strange to see, as he dives to the inside on the Spaniard. And the Italian goes through as well. But yeah, as you can see, very curiously, the Italian gets a penalty out of it as well. I think that penalty was because he made contact with Spaniard and then overtook him, and the game decided that was quite illegal because they made contact and then he passed. So, but yeah, he didn't do much wrong. But yeah, very frustrating for him, of course, because not very much deserved, because not like he forced himself through there. It was just that the Spaniard was a bit on the outside and lost a bit of top speed. Oh yeah, lost a bit of speed in the corner. So I have 2 cars serving a penalty right now. So where is that going to bring us in this race? So right behind the Spaniard and up to P3. So up another position, but we know how fast the Frenchman is, but he has dropped down towards P5. There he is into the background. So right now, due to the bad luck of the others, we are in a quite good position in P3. So let's try to keep it that way. So right now our strategy is to not fight with the Ferrari unless it's the last lap of the race. So just 1 more lap to try and stay behind him and hopefully keep the gap up towards all the cars behind us. We really don't want them to catch us back up. Our tires still look very good, so that might give us an opportunity somewhere, hopefully. But right now we're not going to do anything because you have the long straights, of course. just so if we make that overtake too quickly, the Spaniard is going to have us once again. Onto the long straights and back up to second position. And also if he knows where we can potentially make a move, he might cover it up for the next time that we try it. So that's why we try and keep the element of surprise. It seems like we have a bit of a bad exit. But yeah, once after this long straight we have the third sector, and then we're going to go into the final lap already. Yeah, we're happy with third, but yeah, second would be quite nicer than third position. So we're going to try anyway, and let's see what we can still do. So we're really closing in towards the final corner. And right on his tail now. Can we make a move on to turn 1? Really trying to go for it right now. Can we brake later than him? Yeah, seems like we just didn't manage to do it. Don't want to make too big of a dive out of it. And trying to go around the outside, but that was much too optimistic onto that hairpin. So we just touched a bit the inside curb, which just cost a little bit of top speed. Or yeah, straight line speed, just not what we wanted. We're still into the slipstream quite crucially, but we know we can't make up any time to the slipstream with this Alpha car. So onto the bank corner here, and can we have a good exit? Seems like we do. So very close, but yeah, I don't think we can make a move onto the end of this straight. Can we still do it somewhere else? Somewhere else we really running out of opportunities. Good exit here, but too optimistic to go for the inside. So we have to back out of it. And yeah, seems like it will be very difficult to go for a second position. I don't know how we're going to do it if we can. So we're trying to go for a good exit out of the corner. Seems like we do. Side by side with Spaniard. Can we get first to the line? Side by side will his top speed make a difference? And it seems like he didn't manage to do it, so we stay in P2. So yeah, very surprised with that. And also very happy, quite surprised that we still managed to make up that position. I'm very happy with that, of course. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.